Hi, this is Tim. I'm doing a new video blog on September 26th here. I've been making video blogs just for a short couple months concerning end-time deception as it relates to the fulfillment of Bible prophecy with the book of Revelations, also the book of Daniel. And the topic I wanted to talk about tonight was that there is blatant messaging going on right now with the releases of many of the top blockbuster movies out of Hollywood. Hollywood, of course, is an Illuminati-run industry. They have been messaging for the Illuminati for a long time. This is a follow-up to, I just finished a little bit ago, the Olympic ceremony closing ceremonies and how they were totally unrelated to sports, and that the final closing ceremony had finished with a phoenix rising and a bonfire. So what I'm going to go through today is basically with end times deception. We're talking about messaging. Messaging is a way of installing belief systems or thought patterns into a population's mind. It is almost in the line of hypnosis, where you give the population as a whole subliminal suggestions. You say, don't think about pink elephants on high wires dancing in tutus. And then all of a sudden everybody out there is thinking about pink elephants dancing on high wires and tutus. So Hollywood is one of the outsourcing industries that specifically puts out the Illuminati religion, their beliefs. It's a mystery religion that is a kind of a accumulation of several different belief systems. You have the original going back to the Egyptian mystery religions with Osiris, Isis, and Horus. You have a lot more. You have some Greek mystery religion stuff added in there, and Druids stuff added in there, and Kabbalistic stuff added in there, and it's just an accumulation of secret society, mystery religion, and secret information. That's why they believe that they're the illuminated ones. They're the ones who have the little pyramid on the back of the dollar bill with the little all-seeing eye in it. That's supposed to be the, eye of Horus within the triangle. Of course, the triangle can be, you can look at it all kinds of different ways. The triangle is their main symbol of, it's a capstone on top of the pyramid, and basically they're looking to create through magic by a world that they create where they can become their own gods. So you're seeing a lot of this coming out of the music industry. You're seeing a lot of it coming out of Hollywood right now. We're coming up on the end of 2012, which is the end of the Mayan and Aztec calendars. A lot of people are looking at it as the completion of the Bible. The rapture of the church is what it's called, is when the Bible-believing church as a whole will be raptured or caught up in the air, which would be a fulfillment of the Bible. And so the messaging you're getting the message you get out of Hollywood is not a Christian message, of course. That's why I'm talking about it. What you're seeing with the Hollywood message is the Illuminati, the mystery religion message. And they have a really kind of a wild take on what they think is going to happen. In general, what they're looking for is they're looking for to get to the fifth age. So when they show you the V sign, like V here, when you see people flashing this sign, it stands for Roman numeral 5. It also stands for the fifth age. It's what they think is what we're coming into with the Mayan calendar ending in the fifth age beginning. They believe it is the age that they will be able to I don't understand the law aspect of it, but they're seeing it as the age of man, where man becomes his own god. This is why this push for revolution equals evolution. You see that there's a new TV show out on NBC called Revolution, which is a apocalyptic story of a post EMP America, basically, where everybody's just, trying to survive. So I'm going to go over some of the Illuminati messaging that's going on. Most people who are asleep won't pick up on any of this. They're just cartoon junkies who are looking forward to the next release. But if you're aware of the different brands, you'll find out that there's different series. The strangest one to me has been the Batman series. I grew up watching Batman, 60s, 70s, the old stuff. And then they just keep stringing out the whole Batman series, and now it's like it's crazy. When you were watching the Olympics, the Batman Dark Knight Rises movie was being advertised in every Olympic event after the shootings had occurred out in Colorado regarding the Dark Knight Rises. And of course, what you find out is that the symbolism of the Dark Knight, the Batman characters, the Joker characters, the Robin characters, is that these represent something to the Hollywood Illuminati, and this is their little magic show that they create their own little reality. So I have here this is the old Batman Begins video. You can see the bats rising up there. Sorry for not being that clear on this. That's like the first one. And then we have the Dark Knight. If you notice the fiery bat in the background, that is actually their version of the Phoenix rising, which was the same thing at the Olympics. This is the Dark Knight video. This is I believe this is the Heath Ledger one where he plays the Joker and then dies in real life after the movie. And then the Dark Knight Rises has, I don't have that video on hand, but that video has the same bat on fire, which again is the Phoenix. If you look at the fiery bird that is the Phoenix. So they like to give you these symbols. So the Batman, I watched the whole series. It's basically they're playing out the dying God scenario. The Batman character is the hero character, the Osiris character, who is broken and is thrown down and defeated in the second movie, I believe. And he's basically left broken and defeated. And that's why you get the Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises is the Batman character coming up out of the pit. What's strange about these two characters is that I don't know how they do it, but they make up that basically the Joker character is the devil character in the Dark Knight, and the Batman character is representative of the Holy Spirit type of character, and Robin is a representative of the church character in the overall Batman saga. So basically what you see with the Heath Ledger version with Batman and the Joker is that the Batman character can't do wrong. It goes against his wiring, which would be the Holy Spirit. He's the do-gooder. And the Heath Ledger character is the trickster or the devil character, which is he can't do right. He's got and all through the movie he's counting on the Batman to do what he always does, which is the right thing. And he also basically says that I can't live without you. You complete me, basically, is what they say in that. So you have this dualism thing going on in that. You have the same dualism thing also going on in the Thor movies. It's almost the exact same thing. So I don't have the Thor video here with me, but the Thor video basically has this Odin character, which is the one-eyed god, having two children, one adopted, one his own. Thor representing Jesus, Loki representing the devil, and Earth representing Jesus, or Thor comes to Earth to protect Earth, and Loki, the trickster, comes down to basically wreak havoc on the whole place. And what you see in the Thor movie is that the sons of God, the Thor character, coming down to mate with the Natalie Portman character, the daughters of men. So she plays an astrophysicist, and they're having a little love connection. And the Loki character comes down to destroy what he has created. He can't stand that he loves some non-mortal character, whatever. So the Thor theme plays out with this Odin character, which is the father god, one-eyed one-eye symbolism as usual, which is Illuminati symbolism. And this Loki and this Thor character basically are the dualism thing again. You can't have the good guy without the bad guy. They can't exist without each other. So Thor and Loki must fight in this never-ending dark and white conflict. The yin-yang theme again, dualism. But the Thor thing images the actual, what they believe is going to happen at the rapture time. They're believing that when the Loki character, when the bridge, they believe in this whole Stargate thing between heaven and earth kind of thing. And so this bridge represents this bridge between I forget the name of what they call, well, their Valhalla or their heaven. I think it's Astro. I can't remember. But they believe that this bridge, the Stargate system, opens up, and that these gods, these demigods, this Thor and this Loki character, can go back and forth between these two worlds. At the end of the movie, there's a destruction of the bridge on purpose to prevent an invasion, I believe, by the Loki and his little ice giant minions that he wants to overrun the Earth with. And one of the ending scenes shows that Loki falling into the abyss, falling like a fallen star, which is a biblical sign of the devil falling. How art thou fallen, O Lucifer, son of the morning? And the Loki character ends up being cut off from heaven, basically, once the Stargate is broken or dissolved. This is Illuminati belief kind of stuff. So you have him trapped on the earth at that time. Now, some people believe that this is the point at which you have the fifth age starting, where he can no longer go back and forth to heaven. He's shut out from heaven. This is a satanic kingdom that he will start at that time. You get the same messaging going on in the last Batman movie. The last Batman movie, with the Batman has been defeated, broken by this Bane character. The Bane character has basically broken his back, or broken him and thrown him down in this pit. The pit represents the Revelations 9/11 pit. That the prince of the pit, the angel of the pit, which is Abaddon or Apollyon. This is also the Freemason history of Ordo ab Chaos, the order out of chaos. Chaos actually means the pit. So this whole movie surrounds this coming out of the pit theme, out of this, and that the theme of this, I believe, if I remember, is that the theme song of that movie was Rise. And Michael Caine really carried on big time with that theme about rising up out of the pit. So the whole scene where the Batman is Michael Caine is just reading this one long thing about rising up out of the pit, and everybody, when he's getting out of the pit, they're all chanting rise, 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 rise. Well, what's interesting with that is that's the Batman thing. that's going on. But you will also notice that the most recent release, this is the 26th, yesterday came out, the Avengers. So we have the Avengers here. The term Avenger is used in the Bible. A lot of these guys like to use these biblical terms. The Avenger is the person who comes to to kill someone who has killed somebody that they've. This is how they did it in the Old Testament. If your relative was killed by somebody, you would send a kinsman avenger to kill the person. So the Avengers, you're saying, what are these guys avenging? Okay, and so you go, they want to kill something. So here we have the whole thing here. We got the Loki characters now on Earth, possessing people through an actual possession process. He is the devil character. He is opening up a portal into the spirit realm, the fifth dimension, whatever dimension. The dimension, he's opening up the pit. He's doing it from the sky, so it's like an alien invasion. The pit being opened in the Bible is like the pit also coming out of the ground. Now, they said that in the days of, that the end times was going to be in the days of Noah. And what was interesting, when if you know the story of Noah, the waters of the deep came up from the beds and raised up out of the beds, but they also had the waters in the sky coming down. So you were having a deluge from the heavens and the earth. Here in the 9/11 version of the Bible, where you have these locusts, these sharp-toothed locust minions, which are demons, coming up out of the pit, being led by this Loki character, this Apollyon, this Abaddon character, to take over the earth. So if you watch the Avengers, you can very clearly see what's going on with this theme, that all these little monsters and creatures are coming as this demon army from out of the heavens, and is wreaking havoc and destroying and doing everything, which is a Revelations theme. The interesting thing with the Avengers series is that you have the Iron Man character, which I didn't talk about. And Iron Man is actually very interesting in that he's also a knockoff of a biblical prophetic picture. In Daniel, they have a picture of a statue that is depicted. I believe it's in Daniel chapter 2, I believe. But it has the four kingdoms. It has Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, and the Roman Empire. And the kingdom, the last kingdom to come before the statue is destroyed, is represented by the revived Roman Empire, which is the feet. The feet are made of iron, and they're made of miry clay. So if you think into the Bible, what was man made out of? Well, he was made out of the dust of the earth and molded in, and God breathed into him and he came to life. So the dirt of the earth, or in this instance, miry clay, you have the feet being iron, and you have the miry clay being man. So you can see that the theme here is Iron Man. So these are just some of the themes that are going on with these end-time movies. What they're clearly showing you is that everything is focusing around this rising up and releasing the phoenix, which is the Antichrist, which is the devil, basically, the phoenix bird out of the pit. And the songs that they have in the theme songs, if you listen to the theme songs of these, the theme song in the Dark Knight Rises was the theme song is a long background song called Rise. So the whole thing is rising out of the pit here. And then in the Avengers movie, there's a Soundgarden song called Live to Rise. Now, Soundgarden is the guys that did Black Hole Sun and they haven't released anything major for a long time. And then all of a sudden they had this Live to Rise theme come up for them to do, which I thought was pretty interesting. Um, so I printed out the lyrics just to see what the lyrics were. Live to Rise. It's a catchy tune, but I knew that it had to say something that was strange, since this movie is all about the apocalypse and the end and the Illuminati fighting uh, uh, God. So what we had there was we have what if all you understand could fit into the center of your hand. Then you found it wasn't you who held the sum of everything you knew. So they're basically saying, you think you know what you know, but you don't know very much. Then the next chorus says, we're insane, but not alone. So they're saying, we know what's going on, we're insane, but we're not alone. You hold on, and they're gone. And then it gets into the chorus. It says, like the sun, we will live to rise. Like the sun, we will live and die, and then ignite again. Like the sun, we will live to rise again. So you can say the sun comes up, sun goes down, sun comes up, sun goes down. But they use specific things like live and die, okay? And then they have ignite in there. This is their way of saying, like the phoenix rising, it will ignite again, and then it will die again, and then it'll come out of its ashes and ignite again. So they're talking about the phoenix rising here. Their phoenix is the Antichrist. Their phoenix is the devil. They want a satanically run new world order. That is what's going on. That is what they're messaging. So when you watch these movies, you can watch the Avengers. You can watch Iron Man. There's old Iron Man right there. Iron Man's the old feet of the statue there. You can watch the X-Men series is another one. X standing for X chromosome, mutation, changing our DNA, becoming something transhumanist. It's becoming our own gods, going beyond the genetic makeup of what God made us to be. So the comic book series are actually pretty interesting because they will message the most amount of what the Illuminati want their reality to be. So I'm just going to end with this, with two verses here. Basically, Colossians 2:8, it says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. And then 2 Corinthians 10:3-5 says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. What they're trying to do, these verses here, is that they're trying to impact your imagination, and they're trying to create a reality that's a fake reality. They're also trying to program you and prepare you for this apocalyptic stuff. If you look at all the TV shows and the movies right now, they're all dark, they're all apocalyptic, they're all demon possession. Next time you go to look at the red box outside your favorite store, you'll just look at how many of them have to do with demon possession or apocalyptic themes of post-civilization. I'm just telling you this at this point in time because I'm extremely concerned that people are not aware that they are being deceived and lied to directly by all the forms of media out there. I'm just picking on the Hollywood movie industry right now by showing you some of the blatant storylines that they're doing concerning the apocalypse. This being 9/26 right now, there's going to be a short time. You're going to see that probably in the next 3 to 4 weeks, we're probably going to enter some stage of martial law in globally, especially in the United States, due to some kind of terrorist action, and because the police are leaking information right now to their friends and relatives that something big is going to happen to where you don't want to be traveling by the end of October, because you won't be able to get home. So they're basically saying that we're going to have something bigger than 9/11, which is probably a nuclear event at some point. And we just got done hearing Ahmadinejad talk about that we need a new world order, and we already know all the war situation that Israel and Iran are going to do right now. So there's been a lot of staged events happening. These movies prepare people mentally to the Illuminati. They like to show their stuff right out in front. That's why you had the Olympics programs with the Phoenix Rising. There's Rise songs. There's the Rise songs in the Batman series. There's the Live to Rise out of the Avengers series. Everything is Phoenix related. They want their little Firebird to come up out of the pit of hell. So that's what they're prepping you for. So you have basically under a month to decide on if you want to get right with Christ or not, because there's not going to be any amount of preparation that you can do to escape what's going to happen. And I'll try to make a shorter blog next time. If you have anything you want me to touch on that you're interested in, coming from a Christian perspective, I'll touch on it if I can. We don't have much time. I'll put out what I can based on your interest. Just get right with Jesus. It's the come to Jesus moment. And I'll talk to you later. Email me with anything that you're interested in. Thank you very much.